Assalamu alaikum and a very pleasant morning, girls. Today we are going to see a short story, that is A Day's Wait by Ernest Hemingway. Yesterday we have seen the introduction part about Ernest, that is biography of Ernest Hemingway. Okay. What is short story? Do you know, girls, what is short story? Okay. Short story, brief fictional prose narrative that is shorter than a novel. Okay. It is short story is prose that narrates shorter than a novel. Okay. Novel is a big one. Okay. But a short story, in a small thing you can come to know everything, but in a novel you will have acts, scenes, etc. Is it clear? Okay. And that usually deals with only a few characters. In a short story only a few characters will be there. Is it clear? A short story is a piece of prose fiction that typically can be read in one sitting and focuses on a self-contained incident, a series of linked incidents with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. That is, a short story is a prose fiction which can be read in one sitting. Is that clear? And you can focus on the self-contained incidents, series, linked. There is everything you can come to know, single effect or mood, everything. Okay, in a single sitting, in a single read. Is it clear? Okay. The short story is a crafted form in its own right. Short stories make use of plot, resonance, and other dynamic components as in a novel, but typically to a lesser degree. While the short story is largely distinct from the novel or novella, short novel, authors generally draw from a common pool of literary techniques. Short story writers may define their work as part of the artistic and personal expression of the form. Here, those who are all writing the short stories, they will define their work as a part of the artistic and personal expression in short story. Is that clear? They may also attempt to resist categorization by younger and fixed formation. Short stories have deep roots, and the power of short fiction has been recognized in modern society for hundreds of years. Is it clear, ma? Now you have understood what is a short story. Okay. Then we have your short story, A Day's Wait by Ernest Hemingway. Here, on the left side, the writer, and the right upper corner, you will have the scene. Okay, A Day's Wait. By the title, what you have understood by the title? A Day's Wait. Waiting for the day to pass, right? Okay. Now, a small introduction. Yesterday I have given the introduction about Ernest Hemingway. Okay, detailed. Now we'll once again we'll see Ernest Hemingway, 1899 to 1961, born 21 July 1899, Oak Park, Illinois, United States. Died on 2 July 1961, Ketchum, Iowa, United States. Ernest Miller Hemingway was an American journalist, novelist, short story writer, and sportsman. His economical and understated style, which he termed the iceberg theory, had a strong influence on 20th century fiction, while his adventurous lifestyle and his public image brought him admiration from the later generation. Then, A Day's Wait. He came into the room to shut the windows while we were still in bed, and I saw he looked ill. He was shivering, his face was white, and he walked slowly as though it ached to move. What's the matter, Schutz? I have got a headache. You better go back to bed. No, I am all right. You go to bed. I'll see you when I am dressed. But when I came downstairs, he was dressed sitting by the fire, looking a very sick and miserable boy of 9 years. When I put my hand on his forehead, I knew he had a fever. You go up to bed, I said. You are sick. I am all right, he said. When the doctor came, he took the boy's temperature. What is it? I asked him. 102. Downstairs, the doctor left 3 different medicines in different colored capsules, with instructions for giving them. One was to bring down the fever, another a purgative, the third to overcome an acid condition. The germ of influenza was only exists in an acid condition, he explained. He seemed to know all about influenza and said there was nothing to worry about it. The fever did not go above 104 degrees. This was a light epidemic of flu, and there was no danger if you avoided pneumonia. Here, back in the room, I wrote the boy's temperature down and made a note of the time to give the various capsules. Do you want me to read too? Here, the short story starts like he came into the room to shut the windows while we were still in bed. That is, who came to the room? His father, came to the room to close the windows, while the children are sleeping, and he sees a boy, a 9-year-old boy, who is very slowly moving, as it is. It looks as it is. He is an ache to move. That is, he is having pain. Like leg pain, body pain, or fever. So that person is asking, what happened to you? Why you are looking so sick? So that the boy replies, I am not well, as I am having fever. Now the boy, what is doing? He is dressing up and is going downstairs and sitting in front of the fireplace, to warm up. As the person gets down, he is seeing that boy, and he is touching his forehead, and has come to know that he is having fever. And what that person is telling to that boy, go and take rest in the bed in the upstairs. For that, the boy replies, no, I am okay and just having fever. Is it clear? Then after that, a doctor comes and examines the boy, and he says that he is having 102 degree fever. temperature. Okay, and because of influenza, that is illness. Okay, and the doctor prescribing 3 different medicines, one for fever, one for purgative, means that is cleaning of intestine. Okay, and one for acid, that is acidity we say, no ma, that one. Okay, if you give, and the doctor instructs that person that if you give the medicine correctly, the fever will be low, the temperature will become down. So you have to follow the instruction. So that the person, what he is doing, he is taking one paper and writing everything, at what time we have to give what tablet to that boy. Is it clear? Now in that last line, okay, he is asking, that is, do you want me to read to you? That is, shall I read for you? Is it clear? Okay, now, all right. All right, if you want to, said the boy. That is, he is asking that boy, you want me to read that prescription for you? Okay, then I'll read. If you want, I will read. Okay, said the boy. His face was very white and there were dark areas under his eyes. He lay still in the bed and seemed very detached from what was going on. I read aloud from Howard Pale's book of pirates, but I could see he was not following what I was reading. How do you feel, Shits? I asked him. Sorry, girls. How do you feel, Shits? I asked him. Okay, that boy name is Shits. Okay, just the same so far, he said. I sat on the front of the bed and read to myself while I waited for it to be time to give another capsule. Now, what that person is doing, he is sitting there itself and reading something. Okay, and waiting for the time to come to give another capsule. Is it clear? Because the doctor has instructed him, we have to he has to give the tablet on time. Then only the fever, the temperature will low down. Is it clear, ma? Okay. Then, can you get my points, girls? Okay. I said in the he's sitting and he's waiting. I sat on the front of the bed and read to myself while I waited for it to be the time to give another capsule. It would have been natural for him to go to sleep. But when I looked up, he was looking at the foot of the bed, looking very strangely. Now, because doctor has given some tablets and injection to him, so naturally the boy have to sleep. But what happened? He is looking at the foot of the bed. Okay, is it clear? And he was looking very strangely. What? Very strange. That is before we have not seen that looking. Is it clear? That is strange. Very strangely. Why don't you try to sleep? I will wake you up for the medicine. I would rather stay awake. Now, the person is asking him why you are not trying to sleep. Okay. When the time comes for medicine, I will wake you. Okay. Is it clear? After a while, he said to me, you don't have to stay in here with me, Papa. It bothers you. Now, after some time, the boy is replying to that person is that no need to be with me here. Okay. Now he is telling Papa, that is his father. It is bothers you. It doesn't bother me. No, I mean you don't have to stay if it's going to bother you. Now what happens? The father is replying, it is not bothering me. Okay. But the son replies that I didn't mean that if it is going to bother you, please don't stay. Like that he's telling. Is it clear? I thought perhaps he was a little light-headed, and after giving him the prescribed capsules at 11 o'clock, I went out for a while. Now, thinking a while, what he's doing is at 11 o'clock he is giving some capsules, that is medicines, to that boy, and he is going from there. Okay, he went out for a while. Is it clear? For a little, that a while means some little time. Okay. At the house they said the boy had refused to let anyone come into the room. Now his siblings will be there, no ma'am? His siblings and his mother, the boy's siblings and mother. Okay. After some time, the father comes to know that he is not letting anyone to come inside the room. Is it clear? Okay. You can't come in, he said. You must not get what I have. I went up to him and found him in exactly the position I had left him, white-faced, but with the tops of his cheeks flushed by the fever, staring still as he stayed at the foot of the bed. Now, the father is very scared, fear of what the boy is doing. Okay, the son is doing. So he's going and seeing his son, what he's doing. What he is saying is, as before, as he left him, like that only he is sleeping, like white faced, but the tops of his cheeks flushed, that is by fever, because of fever. And now also what he is doing, he is staring at the foot of the bed. I took his temperature. What is it? Something like 100. I said it was 102 4/10. It was 102, he said. Who said so? The doctor. Your temperature is all right, I said. It's nothing to worry about. I don't worry, he said, but I can't keep from thinking. Now, his father is going to him, and he has took his temperature, and the boy is asking about the temperature, and he's saying that it is 100. But the boy, that little boy, a 9-year-old boy, replying that it is 102. But the father is in a shock. He's asking, who told you? The doctor is replying. Okay, now the father is telling, your temperature is all right. Okay, no need to worry. There is nothing to worry. But that is the boy, the son, is replying, I don't worry, he said, but I can't keep it from thinking. Okay, it is going on in my mind. Don't think, I said, just take it easy. Now the father is telling, don't think seriously, dear. Okay, just take it easy. Is it clear? He said, I am taking it easy, and looked straight ahead. He was evidently holding tight onto himself about something. That is, uh, what he is doing? He is uh, telling to his father that he is not very serious. He is taking easy only, but he is holding something very tightly. We can see it. Is that clear? Okay. Take this with water. Do you think it will do any good? Of course it will. I sat down and opened the pirate book and commenced to read. But I could see he was not following, so I stopped. No, what he is doing? The father is giving something, and is asking, take this with water. Maybe the medicine we can. Okay. Now the boy is asking whether it will work. Okay. Now, of course it will. The father is replying, of course it will work out. Is it clear, ma? Okay. Now the person, the father is taking a pirate book and commenced to read and started reading. But the father is seeing that the son, the boy, is not at all listening. So he stopped. About what time do you think I am going to die? He asked. Now the sentence, you listen very carefully, girls. That is, about what time do you think I am going to die? Here the son is asking about what time I am going to die. He asked, what? About how long will it be before I die? That is, he is asking because of fever. He is very much worried that he is thinking as he is dying. Okay. Then the father, okay, the father is replying to the son is that you are not going to die. Okay. What's the matter with you? Oh yes, I am. I heard him say 102. People don't die with a fever of 102. That's silly way to talk. Now the father is asking that what made you to think that you are going to die? What's the matter is going in your head? Now the son is replying that I heard from the doctor that the temperature is 102. Now the father is telling people don't die with a fever of 102. That's a silly way to talk. I know they do. At a school in France, the boy told me, you can't live with 44 degrees. I have got 102. Now the boy is telling how silly it is. Okay, you just listen. The boy is telling that once at a school in France, one boy has told him that people will not live in 44 degrees. So I am having 102 the temperature. How can I live? He had been waiting to die all day, ever since 9 o'clock in the morning. You poor sheds, I said, poor old sheds. It's like miles and kilometers. You aren't going to die. That's a different thermometer. On that thermometer, 37 is normal. On this kind is 98 is normal. Are you sure? Absolutely. I said, it's like miles and kilometers. You know, like how many kilometers we make when we do 17 miles in the car. Oh, he said. But his gaze at the foot of the bed relaxed slowly. The hold over himself relaxed too. Finally, and the next day it was very slack and he cried very easily. That the next day it was very slack and he cried very easily at little things that were of no importance. Now, because of the misunderstanding, yes, of course, because of the misunderstanding, he thought that he will die because of the temperature. Now the father explains him about the different thermometers, that is kilometers and what? Miles and kilometers. Is that clear? Okay. It was a bright cold day, that ground covered with a sleet that had frozen so that it seemed as if all the bare trees, the bushes, the cut brush, and all the grass and the bare ground had been vanished with ice. I took the young Irish setters for a little walk up the road along a frozen creek, but it was different to stand or walk on a glassy surface, and Red Dog slipped and slithered and fell twice hard once, dropping my gun and having it slide over the ice. But the most of them scattered into brush piles, and it was necessary to jump on the ice coated mounds of brush several times before they would flush, coming out while you were poised unsteadily on the icy spring brush. They made difficult shooting and kill too. Here, in this short story, have you understood everything, ma? Here, a day's wait is about a boy is waiting to die because of the misunderstanding. Is it clear? Because of the misunderstanding, he is waiting for death. Okay. That is in the opening scene, in the opening story, we can see that the boy is having fever, and the doctor comes and examines him and gives some prescribed medicine. That is the 3 different medicines, one for intestine and one for fever and one for acid condition, that is because of acidity. Okay, to clear that. Is that clear? And after that, he is telling he is having 102 degree, that is temperature. Okay, and the father is writing everything in a paper. From that, the boy misunderstood. Okay, that he is having 102 temperature. And when the father is waiting for him to give medicine, he is asking his father to go out from the place if it is bothering you, like that he is telling. And after the father gives the second medicines to him at 11 o'clock, and he goes for a walk for a while. Okay, and later sometime he comes to know that the boy is refusing everyone, that is no one should come to his room. Okay, that time he is looking very white, yes or no, and very pale. Is it clear? Like lifeless, and he is looking strangely to the foot as if he is waiting for something. Is it clear? Then the father comes and asks him that and he is giving another medicines to him, and after that he started reading a book. That time the son, the Schutz, is asking when I am going to die. That time father is clarifying his doubt that what's the matter is going on in your head, why you are asking such questions. Is it clear? And at that time the son is saying that I have heard at a France school, one boy said to me that people will not live like 44 degrees, and I am having 102. How can I live? Like that he is asking, and his father laughing, smiling pityingly, like. There is of course a misunderstanding. Their thermometer is different from ours, that is miles and kilometers. He is explaining everything, that this is the difference, and the boy understood everything. Is it clear? And the next day, the boy's fever goes down and is very perfect. Finally, the next day it was very slack, and he cried very easily for other little things. That is, the small babies used to cry for little small things, because there were no importance. Is it clear? Okay. Have you understood everything, ma? Okay. Thank you, girls. If you have any doubts, please ask me. I will clarify your doubts. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.